Welcome to the Four Wheels and a Hat podcast.
Hello, you're listening to Four Wheels and a Hat podcast. Hello, Mike.
Hello, Grace. You okay?
Very well. Now, you know who we've got in the studio today? I know you can see the
do.
gorgeous vision. We've got Caroline from Surrey Travels.
She's come a long way, hasn't she?
She's come a long way.
She has come a long way in so many ways.
A long way to see us, and you look gorgeous.
Thank you.
You
So
look as
do
though you're on
you.
holiday.
Well, that's kind of the point, and so do you.
Oh la la.
Oh la la.
Oh la la.
And we planned this, didn't we?
We did.
We did.
We
Amazing. Got
did.
the memo.
Amazing.
This is Sheen. And
This is Danish wardrobe. This is from.
That's much
and
better.
Mike, where are you from?
All Saints. All
Various.
Saints.
Oh, yeah, All Saints. His t-shirt.
I
love
love
it.
it.
It's nice.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
looking dapper.
He is
quite
and
fine.
He is quite fine and very distinguished with the hair as well.
I know, silver fox.
Yeah,
I like that look.
You are a silver fox of Henley Lardon.
But nobody sees me, do they? That's
No,
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 they
the
don't. You need
face
to be
you
out
want,
here, Mike. You
Yeah.
need to
Do
be
you
out
ever do a
here.
podcast with him on this side?
One day.
I would love to. I
Can
would
I
love to,
interview you?
Caroline.
One day.
Yeah, one day.
I'd love to. Okay.
One day.
One day.
So, Caroline, I want to ask you, first of all, thank you so much for coming.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Onto the
I'm
podcast.
so excited.
But it is very exciting. But I want to know why you started Surrey Travels, how it all sprung,
Yeah.
what inspired you to do it.
Yeah. Okay. You're going to have to stop me because I could go on for ages. But I guess the very long version, the short version, is that I've done 25 years in the corporate world. You know, I work really, really hard, but I give my all to absolutely everything. And I think that, you know, there comes a point where actually you've got to fail at something, you know, and I've never failed at anything in my life, and that's not being big-headed. You know, we talked about the Leamington Festival, didn't
Yeah.
we? And, you know, the monologue,
Yes.
talking to a daffodil and stuff like that. And I'm still that person, you know. I'm the person that actually was told that I was too tall to be a ballerina, or my bum was too big, or, like, didn't have the right posture, you know, stick your boobs out, darling, and all that kind of stuff. And do you know what? I literally rule my world at work, and I'm a woman with many, many hats, you know. I spin so many plates. And I work for a big global car manufacturer, and I run the biggest work stream, which is customer interaction management. So it's all things, contact centres, data management, you know, enabling the contact centres to be able to answer the phones, you know, enable customers to get through on the website, you know, for us to support the online journey. So the biggest global transformation the company has ever done. And I smashed my sales target, which was a stretch target, with no resource and no support, you know, same old story that you have in corporate world where, you know, nobody listens to you because they don't have a clue, but it's all about the detail. You know, if we don't get the detail right, we can't sell a car. And fundamentally, car manufacturers are there to sell cars, right?
Yes.
So that's kind of it. Well, I booked myself a holiday to go to Tenerife. I won't talk about my passport debacle. We can talk about that later. Doesn't matter. But I got on the plane, and it was during Storm Dara.
Yes.
And, you know, everybody was stressed. The roads were not much, nowhere like it was, not like so far from what today was. And I smashed my head open on the plane. Can you see that?
Oh my goodness.
Can you see it?
Well,
Like, in the hairline, like.
very, very slightly.
Well, yeah, there's a line there. Like luckily, it's in the hairline.
Yeah.
But I mean, I put a bit of makeup on to try and cover it up because it was being on camera. But it gushed and gushed and gushed, and it flipping hurt.
Yeah.
And I was on my own. My husband was too busy to take time off, and I just thought, I just need to get away from the noise, and I just want to chill out on a beach, read a book. I haven't read a book in ages. Well, that's ironic actually, because I'm writing a book now. Because the amount of madness that happens to me, you know, Bridget Jones has got nothing on me. It just happens. I mean, you see it.
Yeah.
Like,
And also, Mike's writing a book as well.
are you?
It's in the air.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we love it. So mine's going to be what's going on in that beautiful mind, because everybody thinks I've gone nuts. And what's hilarious is I got an email this morning that my big marketing director wants to do a mental capability review with me, because everybody thinks I've gone nuts. All these ideas are in my head. They also, British Airways, I'm going to do that because they've closed my case down, which is funny, but you know, battle a day. British Airways flew me, and I had concussion. I didn't fill in an accident form. I know that that's what you do. But I had concussion and my head was bleeding. I had a nice white Ralph Lauren cardigan, but I bought it from TK Maxx, which was smart. But I took it off because I thought I'd chuck coffee over. Doesn't matter. I arrived having kind of like get yourself off the plane, you know, get in a taxi and everything, and there was no luggage because somebody else had picked up my luggage. It was going on a cruise around the Azores. I kid you not. So anyway, I'd done the lashes, you know, I'd looked really nice. I'd washed my hair like I did today.
Yes, looks gorgeous.
And literally turned up looking like a vagrant with like 2 blue plasters on my face, a massive lump, and kind of blood all in my lashes. So great look, you know, not to look like a lunatic. Anyway, Tanya's boutique was across the road, and I was filming to say, this is what I'm doing, you know, I'm here, I'm okay, it flipping hurts, but I'm all right, I'm safe. And this is how many different ways you could wear a scarf. So 3 for €12. Actually, it's a boob tube, it also is a sarong, it's a, you know, you can wear
Very
it as a
versatile.
Versatile, exactly.
Yeah.
So 12 outfits for €12, that's €1 an outfit,
Yeah.
which is genius. So people thought that I was an Instagram blogger or a fashionista or, I don't know,
I
a
can see
fashion
that
blogger. I get that.
Yeah.
And then, because I told people that I was writing a book, so then I was a famous author, so everybody was making up these stories about me. Hey, Caroline. And I met this guy one day, actually, you won't want to mention me, Paul Foot. And I didn't know who he was, and he's a comedian. But we were in the Platinum Lounge just having some champagne and stuff. It was lovely, it had been a great day. And he was wearing his gear and a crown. And I got him to do some royal poses and that kind of thing. And he went, "You're so funny, Caroline. You should meet my agent." And I was like, "You're hilarious. You should be a comedian, dude." And he was like, "I am." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, you definitely should be a comedian. Really, really funny." Well, he only is, isn't he? I don't know. So kind of all this stuff has happened. And you know what? I thought, you know, I'm going to do something with this because I love to travel. I got married in St. Lucia. Still in touch with a lot of our friends from the Caribbean. And that was 2008, so that was a long, long time ago.
So is that what inspired you?
Yeah.
Inspired you just to
Well,
start
I love
this travel?
And obviously COVID, everything shut down, didn't it? But everybody wanted to travel and we were told that we couldn't. Let's not talk about the COVID jab, you know.
Yes.
But, and so it kind of started out of that. And somebody contacted me because of some of the stuff that I was doing on social media. And I never had time to post before. But because I was off with head injury and stress, you know, burnout, they said, you know, I'm really interested in the spa that you go to, Penny Hill Park. It's a lovely place. You know, would you recommend it? I was like, yeah, come and have a day with me and I'll show you around. And she started to talk to me. It's my lovely friend Claire, who's my business partner now.
Yes.
And she started to talk to me about, you know, what she does. And I was like, well, I'm too busy and da-da-da-da. And so it just went from there. And nobody believed in me and thought I'd gone nuts because they just see corporate Caroline who's charging around, trying to keep fit at the gym.
But then you've got all
things.
these contacts for all these hotels and everything, which is fantastic.
Well, yeah, because...
So then why wouldn't you?
Yeah. So I met Laura because I went to Billesley a couple of months ago and my brother's buried in Stratford. And we talk about my brother a lot, another time, but my brother chose not to be with us and that was 10 years ago and it was hard.
Yeah.
And I promised I wouldn't cry, but he was the loveliest person in the world. He spoke to everybody, and he would do anything for anybody. And there was a gorgeous girl on reception in the spa, Meg, and called her my little gem. And I said, "What's up, darling?" And she told me, and I was like, "Do you want me to tell you a funny story?" I said, "We came here because we needed to go and see my brother, and we haven't been able to look at his grave." So the hilarious thing was I followed all the instructions that my gorgeous sister-in-law Annette gave me, and my brother and I literally walked the whole length of like the graveyard, following the water. It wasn't there. And I was like, nothing's coming to me, Ross. And I was like, no, I think we're seriously affected, obviously. And we were in the wrong graveyard. He's actually buried in Kenilworth.
Oh, God.
But he would have been having a flipping good laugh because Neil was always late for everything, as am I, and I was late today, and I'm so sorry. So, and do you know what he would have said? Just do it, Caroline.
Yeah.
So I am.
So when did you start Surrey Travels? When did it all start?
When I was at Billesley, I was people were contacting me about, you know, and I said, actually, I want another spa and I'm going to do a review. And I told Laura and her team why I was coming. And I said, can I do a bit of filming? Because Stratford was my brother's favourite place in the world.
Yes.
And they're from Coventry, and he's buried actually in Kenilworth. And when we went to Kenilworth, we found him, and literally we did the circle and said, you would be having a flipping good laugh at us, Neil, because we're such idiots. But we found you, and we talked to him, and it was lovely. And then we went out for a very nice meal at the Bull's Head, very nice pub. So, yeah, it started from there, and I started doing some posts, and people really, really liked it. And so I thought, well, actually, I live in Surrey, I travel, I love Greece, Italy, you know, all of those places. I want to travel.
Yeah.
So that's it, really. And when we were in the Caribbean on holiday, I cleared out my savings account to go to St. Lucia on holiday. It cost me £12,000. I was miserable. I will tell you later what I tried to book, which actually I didn't see the extra zero on. My husband said, "Are you?" I won't tell you the word because the camera. How many digits are there in that camera? I thought, new plan. Jamaica, because I've never been to Jamaica.
Yeah.
To Jamaica, yes. So this is from Jamaica, starfish.
Oh, it's lovely.
And we saw starfish, and we partied with people that were in, celebrity TV, but they didn't know who we were. We didn't know who they were.
But I think travelling also
Exactly.
widens your mind, doesn't it,
Totally.
Mike? Don't you find that?
Yeah.
Travel, it just
Oh,
widens
gosh,
your
yes.
mind.
Yeah.
Makes you
Definitely.
just,
And I love it. And there was a lady on the beach who was reading a book called The People That You Meet on Holiday. And I've met
Yeah.
so many amazing people in my life. But, sometimes you think you have a holiday romance, and I don't mean it like that, but you might never ever see them again. But some
Yes.
you do. So Sam, that I met in Jamaica, actually was with us at the Elite Show in London at the weekend. And we had such a great time. And he's coming tomorrow for my launch,
So,
which
yeah,
is fantastic. So,
Caroline, can I just
Yes.
say, so guys out there,
Yeah.
and Mike, Caroline has her big launch tomorrow. Can you just describe about the launch?
Sure, yeah.
And where it's being held
Yes,
and everything?
absolutely, yeah. So, yes, it's at Rocker the Square, which is a gorgeous Turkish Mediterranean restaurant. It's right in the heart of Bagshot. It's nothing like any in Arden. But there are lots of amazing cars,
Yes.
And we went there for dinner last night, and Steve was watching, the whole world go by. It's got a lovely roof terrace, and, it's where the sun sets. And it's
Yeah.
a thoroughfare from the motorway, so everybody passes it going home. And Russ is a friend of mine, and Ali, who's my friend, who's Miss Great Britain Surrey Classic.
Yes.
You'll meet her tomorrow night as well.
Yeah.
She's there, and she's joined my team, and she's the Sussex World, so it's Surrey, Sussex Travels, and Claire is Bucks and Berkshire. So we literally cover the whole of the south,
That's
east,
amazing.
and west, which is amazing.
But also really inspiring that you've actually
Yeah.
thought of this idea
Yeah.
and set it up. Don't you
Yeah.
think so, Mike? It's brilliant to have a travel place to go. And I hear that you're going to do it for professionals who are busy in their lives
Definitely,
that want
yeah.
somewhere.
So you're a smart cookie, you want to go on holiday, but
Yeah.
you haven't got time to shop around, and
Yeah.
you read reviews, and you read one bad review, I'm customer experience, that's what I do. So, or you've got a kid, and actually think, I can't go, I've got a 1-year-old. Well, actually places like Ecos have kids clubs.
So you search out.
Absolutely.
So you're like the new fashionable kind of travel agent.
Totally. So
Yeah.
I'm an independent travel agent.
Yes.
So when you book with something like booking.com or On the
Yeah.
Beach or British Airways, don't do that, or you go into a travel agent, or even when you book direct, there are
Yes.
hidden commissions that you don't see, because
Yeah.
obviously you're paying a travel agent for their time. They log into a platform, and then something like booking.com obviously have lots of back offices,
Yes.
etc. So they have massive fees and license fees for the CRM system that they use.
Yes.
But because this is global and as part of a big global network, we have partnerships with pretty much every single cruise liner,
Yeah.
every Caribbean island, molded everything. And then you have the login that a travel agent has, or booking.com does, so I log directly in. I can't tell Laura what I saved when I stayed at Pilsner Manor last time, but I beat the members rate by a considerable amount.
Oh, wow.
So the cost of the
Yes.
login, and
Yeah.
you have to obviously do all the online training, it's all IHR, APTA, everything accredited, and
Yes.
all the GDPR stuff. Literally, it's the cost of, a bottle of wine and some dinner in Henley and Arden or
Oh,
at Penny Hill Park.
fantastic.
So
And it's
making
brilliant that
money
you can
back.
give reviews as
Yes,
well of where you've
exactly.
been as well.
Exactly.
And so probably all the people on your team as well
Yeah.
have been to all these other destinations.
And I think that's the difference, because a lot of people set themselves up in travel and they've never been there.
Yeah.
But I've been to pretty much most of the Caribbean islands. I've sailed around the Whitsundays, I've done Fraser Island. I've met the most amazing people. I've paddleboarded all around Corfu, you
Yeah.
know. I've taken a speedboat around Corfu. We did a heart-shaped road trip in a blue Suzuki Jimny around Corfu, and it was 100 kilometres, and we did it in one day.
Imagine
It's
that,
deep.
Mike.
It was with my Lilo hanging out the back because it had a soft top, and it was just so much fun. And I wish I'd filmed it all because I haven't had
Yeah.
time to post it. So
Oh,
yeah.
fantastic.
But Jamaica, if I'd booked it on my platform, I would have saved £4,000 and I would have made £833.
See, Mike, this is where you need to book your holiday. Yeah. This is where you
Yeah.
need to book your holiday.
Yeah, come to me.
Yeah.
Because, Surrey travels all over the world. It's global.
Yeah.
And the really exciting thing is we're launching in Dubai later on this year. Now, Dubai's amazing.
Yeah.
I've been there before. It wouldn't be my top
No.
destination, no. But lots of people do. So you should come with me.
Yes.
Because we all do some promotion. And my friend Zane, who I was speaking to on the way down, he's in TV and he's going to film my event tomorrow.
Fantastic. So because we've got Snappy,
Yes.
we've literally got
Yep,
5
yep.
minutes. I want
Where
you to
is
fire
it?
quick where it is.
It's at 6:30 onwards, Rock of the Square. We've got an amazing raffle. It's 10 quid a ticket.
Yeah.
And we're raising...
and where can we find all this information?
It's all on my Instagram page.
Which is?
Surrey_travels. In association with Club Surrey PR. And we're raising money for an amazing cause. Ali, who's Miss Great Britain Surrey Classic,
Yes.
she's going for gold this year. I'm her PR and I'm also her main sponsor. So when she catwalks, it's Surrey Travels behind her.
That's
which they take
amazing. So great PR for you
Totally,
as well.
totally.
So guys out there, if you're looking for somewhere to go travelling, just say if it's Jamaica, Mauritius, Seychelles,
Anywhere.
wherever it is, Caroline is your girl.
I totally am.
She is your lady. So you need to
Lady.
book with Caroline.
And
And have you got a mobile number? Is it all just on
I
web?
do. So yeah, absolutely. It's so full. I've not got much data left, but it's 07510 935 41. It's Surrey_travels. We're going to travel the world. You'll meet my friend Raj, who's going to head
Yes.
up my Dubai arm. We have a live band. All of the money that we raise from the raffle, I've got spa days. I'm hoping that Laura's going to give me a ticket. Well, no. No, actually, because I didn't use mine. I've got lunch for 2. I've got meals for 2. For some lovely, lovely things and some amazing donations that I'm going to do an auction later on in the year for charity. And it all will go to Unlocking Hope, which is Ali's brother-in-law. He has a brain tumour, and that's why she's going to take the crown this year for him.
So check out Caroline's page, which is Surrey Travels, and check out this great, fantastic event that is happening tomorrow night. Thank
Come
you
on
guys.
down.
Come on down. It's been
Live
lovely
band,
meeting you, and
everything.
you must come again.
I absolutely
We've got
will.
more time.
Yes, please.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Mike, as
you.
well. Thank you. And thanks for tuning in. Thank you.
Thank you.
You've been listening to the Four Wheels and a Hat podcast.